it's really difficult to give a precise answer to this because there are several factors that employers need to take into account before they send somebody to work abroad. So that's rules in respect of immigration, tax and local employment laws as well. So they all need to be considered. As a general rule, as long as you've got the right travel documents, the right immigration paperwork, then employees can perform short-term business trips without the employer incurring any additional tax or social security obligations, or the employee obtaining the benefit of protection of local employment law rights. Matters start to get more complicated when an employee's stay is extended or is indefinite. So whilst it's important to bear in mind that tax residency tends to be affected after an employee has been out of the country, working in a different country for over 183 days in any 12-month period, this isn't the whole story, and even before that threshold is reached, the employee's stay in a host country can trigger not only local tax and social security obligations but also potential corporation tax issues, and these rules will vary from country to country. In addition to local tax issues, employees can obtain the benefit of local employment law rights and protections, so it's important to get proper local law advice before sending an employee abroad for any extended or indefinite period, so that you understand what these might be. So in some countries, for example, you're not even allowed to work in that country unless you have a registered entity there, or in others you might require a licence before you can have staff working there. If you do send an employee to another country, then if they have been there for a while, then they might gain the benefit of additional protections, so employment law rights that are different from those that would apply in the UK. So for example, they might have extra protections that would apply that prevent them being dismissed, or mean that you have to go to a particular court or authority before you can dismiss that individual. These will all vary depending on the particular country and the intended length of stay and the local rules. So you need to bear in mind, you also need to bear in mind the implications of working abroad, what that might have on the benefits that the employee is entitled to. So for example, not all benefits will automatically continue to cover individuals that go abroad. So you might need to have conversations with, for example, your medical insurance providers and your pension providers to see what the impact of an individual going abroad for any period of time might be. So all in all, sending an employee to work abroad is, for any length of time, is complicated, and it will require advice from both the UK and local employment law advisors and tax advisors, so that you're fully aware of your obligations before you embark on that kind of project.